So in this video, we are going to talk about solving inequalities graphically. So let's take a look at number one. It says, given the equation, and this equation right here is the absolute value that's in blue. And the question is, determine the x values for which the y values are negative. So if we were to take that equation and write it as an inequality, we need to be able to understand what that means when the y values are negative. So that would mean that this function right here would want to equal negative values. So we would be able to rewrite this as, here's the equation that would go with that. Negative 1/2 absolute value of 4x minus 5 plus 3 would be less than 0. So you're trying to find out what are the x values that are going to make this function less than 0. So looking at the graph, we can see that when you're less than 0, you are below the x-axis. So it's already graphed for you, right? It already tells you that this is the x value at negative 0.25, 1/4, and then the positive 2.75. So the x values that would indicate below the x axis are going to be all of the x values from negative infinity all the way up to negative 0.25, right? It says less than 0, not equal to 0, so I have to have parentheses. And then it picks back up, so we need the U symbol. It picks back up right over here at 2.75, and it goes on forever, so we're going to have infinity. All right, so this is the solution to where this function is less than 0. So now let's take a look at this particular equation and graph. So you can see that this right here is just a sketch. I don't really even care about what's happening up here. I need to sketch this out, and I also need to sketch -4, right? So there's that horizontal line. And I am asked to find out, where is this absolute value greater than -4? So we can see that we are bigger than -4 from here to here. So all of this is where we are bigger than -4. So we want the x values in our answer. What x values, where are we? What x values are giving us where we are bigger than 4? So you can see that the x values that we have are -2, and we're going all the way to 8. Now the question is, do we include those? Well, simply for the fact that this is not an equal to, we would simply just have that as -2 to 8. Okay, now as an inequality, I could write that as -2 is less than x is less than 8. So this is interval notation, and this is inequality notation. Make sure that we know how to separate those.